So, been in India now for a little bit over a week, and I've had a really good time. It's been really interesting just experiencing the different sides of India. What I've enjoyed so far are the people, the warmest people I've ever met. Very friendly, open, inviting, caring. I've been looked after the most I've ever been. I don't even know how I'm going to deal when I go back to the States. So, very high bar has been set when it comes to just hospitality and service, which I think is something that should be in Softway's culture and its DNA, just because it's in our India team. Along with that, just the food that I've been able to taste here in Bangalore, as well as going all the way to Kolkata and being able to taste the sweets, experiment with the different biryanis and figure out the different spices. Everywhere I go is different. So that's been really interesting. I realized here that I do like lamb or mutton, which has been something that I thought my entire life, at least in the States, it tastes different. It's very gamey. Here is very mild, and it's actually really good. So just actually being able to explore different cuisines, even within India, there's so many different nuances. That's been really exciting. And then in addition to that, just being able to see how you guys collaborate and work has been really exciting to witness and observe and even participate in. I see that there is a lot of love and a lot of care for each other here. And I also see that there are some really bright minds that come together that actually think creatively against all their work, not just from a creative or 3D perspective, but even from a development perspective, which I thought was really interesting and noteworthy to really call out. I think when it comes to how we are planning on working together between India and US and some of the sort of changes when it comes to being an agency and collaboration, I think there's going to be a lot of, I would say, benefits from both sides of the pond to really come together and see how each other can actually add value to our clients. And that's at the end of the day what we're all here to do, is make sure that our clients get the best service possible. And so I'm really excited about all the changes that are happening, moving into an agency approach where, again, there's no such thing as hierarchy and everyone can move quickly, work together regardless of title, and actually come together and bring about a project or a product, depending on the project or the client need, and actually produce something that's meaningful and make the end user's life a little bit better, a little bit easier, or for the client more profitable, and those things. So really exciting, and I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of the changes come about and actually participating and helping, where possible, educate or guide, and in other places learn and grow myself. So I feel like we're developing a culture, within Softway that should allow for those things. And I think it's really interesting that we all have an Indian influence on that, just because I feel like there's that care and love that's baked in everywhere you go. Again, I have not been without any offers or invitations or people wanting to go out or give me stuff, which has just been really fun and phenomenal. So I've been really blown away, actually. Well, I think for me, hopefully I've left a bit of how we're going to be going after clients, but more than that, hopefully you've seen that I do care, right? I care about Softway, I care about everyone here, and I do try and take that care into my conversations with customers, into sort of project conversations, and I want to make sure that everybody knows that if I don't care, like there's nothing else there's no value that I can add beyond that. And so hopefully I've been able to demonstrate that here in India, and then away from that, hopefully my trip has shown the team that we are thinking about the Indian office as more than just a production hub, but as a place where we can engage clients, globally, to ensure that we are driving the same success, results, and value as we are in the States. So from the meetings this week that I had with Uber to Infosys, I think we can, look at India as a place where we can concept, develop ideas, create, ideate, collaborate, and still have the same quality as what's happening in the States, and even maybe step it up and maybe bring quality back into the States. So I'm really looking forward to the storytelling that's going to be taking place out of India, the ability for us to actually work within a new market outside of the States that can really grow our portfolio, show a different side of Softway that I don't think we've been able to really showcase. Not that we haven't done great work, it's just that when we storytell against a different culture, different languages, to different society, it just enriches all the work that we produce for our clients, as well as sharpens our creative craft and allows for us to become even more, I would say, sought after when it comes to acquiring more clients. So really looking forward to having all of that come out of this visit, and hopefully the team and everyone who's been involved and supported of the process and the meetings along the way, hopefully they reap the benefits as well and actually are excited about that ability to grow new skill sets here in the Bangalore office, and actually, contribute to, some of these client experiences that we're going to be crafting along the way. And, what's interesting is that this is new territory, right? So we talk about loving adventure and relishing adventure inside and outside of work. I believe that, changing this office's culture and focus and, skill sets are going to be a little bit of an adventure, and hopefully the team is willing to lean in and really make sure that we're capable of building that alignment and making sure that we're capable of really showing clients, globally, that Softway is capable of being an agency for what's possible. What was really interesting about Mohammed's visit and him coming here and spending time with the team is that I felt that the team got really motivated and inspired. I felt there was a certain amount of clarity that was provided as to really what the vision and purpose is for Softway moving forward. And it was just great to see people's eyes light up with that clarity and with those encouraging words and with the new momentum that we're operating under, and the ability for everyone to sort of see themselves growing and adding value in places beyond just what they do today. And that was, to me, exciting, is just to be able to witness and observe it in person. It's one thing to hear about it, it's another thing to actually be here. And the energy, the essence, the aura that was in the room, and has been in all of Softway since I've been here and throughout those days, has been really incredible. And so I'm really excited about how all of those things, even though right now they're words, but those words are going to take root, and those words are going to change behaviors and attitudes and mindsets and perspective. And I'm looking forward to what that produces inside of Softway, here and in the States. So hopefully we're going to see a much more collaborative environment between the two teams and the two offices. Hopefully we'll see a lot more care and concern and love between the two offices, where we know each other by name, and we know each other by work. We know each other by all these different facets, more than just voices on the phone or voices on Skype, right? And I'm also looking forward to the ability for us to really partner when it comes to our clients and actually come forward with ideas regardless of which part of the globe you sit in. And so, this visit, I think Mohammed really, sort of broke the corporate veil, if you will, and allowed us to really see each other as equals, but also to see him as someone who we can approach, who is committed to everyone's success, not just Softway's, and then also to actually come in and be a part of the hands doing the work. That's what I'm excited about when it comes to the senior leadership and the directors coming together. So I think this visit has shown me that everyone at Softway brings value. No matter what your role, no matter what you have done or can do, I think that everyone has shown me in their own unique way that there's a value that they bring, and I'm looking forward to tapping into that moving forward. So I just want to thank everyone for hosting me and for welcoming me into their homes, for driving me around, for being my personal translator, for cooking, for bringing and sharing their own sort of cultures, their own tastes, their own likes when it comes to food or to music. I want to thank everyone just for the warmth. It was a very warm welcoming, for including me in the team from day one. That's almost unheard of in certain companies, so it was very much, it didn't go unnoticed with me, I would say. I also want to thank a lot of the team members who took the time to make sure that the guests and clients that we brought in were taken care of, that they actually got to see the work, that they were able to speak to what they were working on. I got educated on so many projects that I didn't know about, whether they were passion projects or actually client projects. Some of those passion projects are actually, allowing us to have conversations with, the roster here in India. So it's been really great to just see, all these things and all these pieces come together, and it's been really, to me, mind-blowing, just to use one word. Physically, back in India, maybe in the next few months, I'll let Mohammed figure that out.